This week on SailAway, we've just arrived in St. Martin and are starting to settle down. One of the most common comments we get is something to the effect of what a great life Rivers is living. What a great upbringing. And we hope and believe that's true. As a close family unit traveling together, we get to be a part of so much more of his life. And we hope the unique things he's learning and the people and places he's seeing will broaden his horizons and his mind. But we also get a few comments to the effect of Rivers and other boat kids like him aren't being socialized enough. He doesn't have enough friends. Unlike land life, where most kids leave their parents and spend their days with a bunch of kids, it is a balance that we have to work to strike. We learned long ago how important it was to become friends with other kid boats and try to cross paths with them as much as possible. So yes, there are stretches where Rivers has to learn how to be his own kid. He has to learn how to entertain himself, and he has to settle for playing with mom and dad. But then there are stretches like these, and another big reason we chose St. Martin to spend our time in this season. Kid boats galore. In just our first couple days in St. Martin, we'd already gotten to catch up with our Aussie friends from Cirrus after a 3-year hiatus from cruising. But as we hoped and expected, that would only be the tip of the kid iceberg in St. Martin. So this is Rivers' new bike.
I'll hold it this one.
Some fellow cruisers were selling. They had a couple of them. And pretty nice bike. They had put it down inside one of their, I think one of their outside storage areas. And the chain just got real bad. So Rivers and I spent a couple of hours yesterday just cleaning some rust off of like the spokes.
I did the back one.
Yeah, he did a really good job on it. Just cleaned up everything in it. Really nice little bike. This Rivers bike we bought in Martinique about, what, year and a half, 2 years ago, and it lasted about a year before it was just completely shot. Because we didn't really have a place to store it, or, you know, we were doing a lot of stuff, so it spent a lot of time outside. This one we are going to make sure we only keep inside for passages and stuff, particularly. But man, it's hard on a boat to keep a bike from rusting up. That was our problem with our folding bikes too. It's just so hard.
Dad?
It goes over this.
Oh my goodness, they're kind of sticky.
There, that's the right length.
Nope.
Unlike many islands, St. Martin is a great place to do some bike riding. And I'm really glad we jumped on this one. I'd found out about it from the Boat Kids WhatsApp group long before we arrived in St. Martin. Looking good. It's got a little bit of brake squeak, but that'll go away.
That was at 6.
Although you had it all the way down in high gear. Nice job. Doing pretty good at switching the gears. That's a new thing. First bike with switchable gears. That's kind of a big deal, you know.
Why isn't there a reverse gear?
You're so funny. I think we got a good one, and I think we got it in pretty good shape. Took me a heck of a long time to figure out what I was supposed to be doing with the chain, but I got it. One, two, three. Foot, step, step, step. One in front of the other now. 1, 2, 3, 4. One in front of the other now. And dismount. I can't be the only one to.
Oh, it's a knot.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now do pull-ups. Well, we've got an adventure today. A little bit of an adventure. Now that we have made the decision to stay in St. Martin for the year instead of St. Thomas, we've got to go set up all the things that we had set up in St. Thomas. We got to go get a mailbox. We're gonna go kind of look around, find some grocery stores. So we're gonna go look around over there and just kind of try and set up the staples that we need so that we can do the upgrades on the boat. We're also going to go to the yacht club today and see if we can sign up for that. Since we're going to be here for a little while, we figure we might as well try and get into the sailing community here and do a little bit more land-based stability things. So that's the plan today. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn how to sail?
You've heard of sailing, right? Involves a boat and a couple sails and like no motor. The St. Martin Yacht Club has an amazing youth sailing program. We were eager to check it out. This isn't something most cruising kids generally get to be a part of, because they'll be moving on too soon for it to be of any real use. So not only would this cultivate some good sailing skills that are tough to pick up for a kid on a big cruising boat, but he would also be making local friends as well. Next, we headed off to Business Point to set up our account. This is one of several very good shipment receiving options in St. Martin. I see the little boats out. Those are those faster boats, Rivers. That's the next one up, but you'll get there pretty fast, I bet. Next up, every Friday Kids Day at Buccaneers on Simpson Bay. Face painting, cotton candy, and popcorn for the kids. Cheap beer for the adults. $10.
That's a lot.
I know, right?
Beers for $10.
Unheard of. Well, no, I just don't even know how to act right now. Remember the happy hour price for a Carib at Tap and Still?
$4, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
$5 for the premium beers.
Remember our BBI's bucket, and it was like 20 for 5.
And she didn't put it in a bucket.
Yeah,
This one comes in a special bucket. Look at that bucket. It's so cute. It doesn't take a lot to make a cruiser happy. Cheap buckets of beer. Place 2 thumbs up. 1.
I was 9. 16. I'm 10. Really? Tell you all here.
So this is the field. And also appears to be the Lord of the Flies.
No, I don't need.
Yeah, we can leave.
Yeah, they're very organized. You're much more civilized diners than we are. Yeah, it's a picnic there. Everybody brought a little something. We got a couple sandwiches at the corner store and cut them up.
One of those sugars.
Zeke's waiting to see what's left. You're back!
We're back.
What's up? Our Our relocation to St. Martin also coincided with the birthday of River's very best bud, Jordan. And the party was at the top of the hill at Fort Louis.
Happy birthday to you! That's
Oh, wait, read the card, read the card. Oh, really? That is so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, first up in the car.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Drama in the Anchorage. Yeah, no, they've been close and close and close. Like, I just don't, the guy that's driving the monohull, I feel like we don't really know what's going on. But it worries me, so I get cameras out so that we're covered.
Yeah. This warrants 2 cameras, right?
I know, the drama.
So there's a little cluster of boats right here next to us, and they're all anchored too close to each other. And this one's anchored too close to us. They came in after us. All of them have. And so this guy next to us actually was the one we were kind of worried about, because he was really close to us a couple times. Not danger close, but kind of danger close to these guys that are moving up past him. And then this one moved in more recently. I want to say maybe just yesterday, on the other side of them. And now we got this weird wind that we knew was going to happen today, blowing all the way around from the west, and it's going to circle around over the next 24 hours. It's not meant to be real strong, but right now it came in like a little squall. It was blowing strong enough, obviously, to make this boat drag, but then when they got so close that they were almost on the bow of this one, they're having trouble getting their anchor up. I'm not sure if their windlass is not working. That's too big a boat to not have a windlass and too new, so they might just be having issues with it.
There's like 3 boats right now trying to like re-anchor. So like obviously 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just that worries me when there's so much movement, and like it wasn't a big squall. I mean, it was not windy.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
But it was like I came out and was like, oh look, that seems like rain's coming, and then and then all of a sudden everybody's like panicked.
So these guys were like spinning around in circles trying to sort of just keep their boat from smacking that knot attack. And I mean, it was real close. They had fenders out, and finally they just said to hell with it and up anchor, and they're moving. This is obviously conjecture on my part, but I think it's so easy to anchor here. It's so wide open, and it's a constant depth. It's like no more than 20 feet. It's usually more like 15, and it's sand. You can just drop an anchor anywhere here, and it just sticks. So I think people maybe don't try hard enough. It was maybe my thought. They don't put as much scope out as they would other places. It's just so easy that it feels like, oh, we're good. And so maybe, because nothing else really explains this, because
like unless you just are an undersized
anchor
and don't put out enough,
but for all these boats to be,
oh no, that's the same boat.
Well, and maybe it's not so much they were dragging as now that the wind's like blowing them around, they're like, oh, maybe we are a little close to that boat that we kind of thought we were a little close to, and we said, oh, it's probably fine because we're just here in Marigot and it's easy. We're standing close watch.
I'm on watch.
And watching our boat too, you know. We take the same care anchoring here as we do anywhere, but shit happens. Apparently a lot of shit's happening. We'll drink our coffee and watch the shit happening.
He's just tired.
It was a late night last night.
We had too much fun.
That's what you get for partying until all hours of the evening, young man. It's been a little bit rocky and rolly here in Marigot because we've had yet another big wind circle kind of coming through. And it hasn't been windy. I mean, we showed you the boats getting loose yesterday, and we still can't figure out what that was all about because, I mean, it didn't even reach 20. Still, there's really not a lot of protection up here, and Anguilla's so flat, and then there's openings to the east and the west up there for the swell to kind of get in if the wind starts clocking around anywhere along the north. And it's been doing that slowly, so a little better this morning, but yesterday, even though it was like 5 knots of wind, the chop in here was kind of ridiculous. These big waves rolling under the boat as we're trying to get on and off the dinghy made it kind of adventurous.
Poor monohull behind us was just...
Oh my god, yeah. Like some serious rolling going on. But today, we are making our first move here. We're going to cruise around to the Dutch side for the very first time. We've never ever checked in even the Dutch side or anchored over there or gone inside the lagoon with the boat or anything like that. So part of our plan to do some work here involves what they call the DAFT Treaty, which is the Dutch and Dutch-American Friendship Treaty, and it's really just an agreement that as an American citizen we can work here and in any of the Dutch islands as far as we know, just like a Dutch citizen, which is really cool. And it just involves checking in, being here, and filling out a pretty simple form from what we understand. We haven't done it yet. And basically just turn that form in and you're good to go. You can get employment. Because I'm going to try to get some gigs. Lauren's going to continue to look for something that will work for us online or, you know, a physical job here on the island somewhere. But that's definitely something we need to be over there to do. So that, and it's going to be pretty nice over there today because this wind has clocked around to the north and going northeast, which means Simpson Bay will be pretty flat and nice. Something different. We can get to Buccaneers for our $10 bucket tonight really easy.
Swim there.
Without burning $10 worth of fuel.
Yeah. Girl math, that's how much we're saving in fuel.
Yes, it's really an economical decision.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go check out. Let's do it.
Ready.
If you're checking in or out of French St. Martin, Isle Marine is the definite way to go. It's almost laughably simple compared to so many other places.
Look at that good puppy dog. Just waiting. So patient.
That's how fast it is to check in and out of the French Islands. Your dog won't 5 inches.